Hey everyone, have you ever had this feeling that you know of a book and it's been on your radar for ages, it's a classic, everybody seems to know it, and you have the feeling you know what it's about, and it's just a matter of fact of reading it to be part of the conversation completely. That's what I thought about The Color Purple by Alice Walker. And I have to admit, I don't know exactly what I thought this book was about, but I kind of thought I knew what it was about, and I was interested, but not overly interested in reading it, but everybody seemed to say it's a good book, it's great, it's amazing, and I would love it. So I got it on audio recently, and it was narrated by the author herself, Alice Walker, and oh my god, this was completely not what I had expected, and it was amazing. Let me tell you this, it was amazing. The narration was great. The audiobook was a great experience. She talks very slow, very compassionate, relaxed, and I don't know, she makes you feel the story. So that's what I loved about the audiobook already. And the book itself is super interesting. The whole book is an epistolarian novel. So we have the book is solely told by letters. We have the main character, Celie, writing letters to God. Then she kind of loses her faith in God and starts writing letters to her sister, Nettie. And we also have letters from her sister Nettie to Celie. And then at the end she starts writing to God again because. And it's super interesting how these letters are written because we have a different voice and a different narration style for Celie's letters and for Nettie's letters. Nettie is much more educated. You can hear that in her voices and in her narration. And it's also the things that happen. The sisters have a completely different life, and there are so many things going on. I mean, honestly, we talk about oppression in this book. We talk about oppression of Black people. We talk about oppression of wives by their husbands. We talk about oppression of Africans from the white people, the British and colonists. And there's oppression of parents to their children. And it's amazing. We also have a lot of relationship and love stories, like the relationship between family members, the relationship between step-parents and stepchildren, the relationship between men and women and women, and brothers and sisters, and it's amazing all the things that are covered. The story itself, like I said, is the story of Celie, and it's her life. We also have a lot of hardship in this novel. Celie has a lot to go through. She's beaten by her husband. She was raped by her stepdad. Her children were taken away. She was left by persons she loved. She had to find a way. She was always fighting, and it's very, very humbling to see how she keeps going and how her life goes. And I also liked very much to see how her relation to the people that were her circle of people, not even friends, but just the circle of people she had to deal with and had to live with, and how the relationship between those people changed over the years, over the ages, and how this young kid that was really oppressed and abused, how this girl grew up to be this amazingly strong woman at the end. And I just loved reading that story, and it's amazing. I just don't know what to say. It's amazing. If you have not read this book and you were like me thinking like, yeah, you know what it's about, it's a good book, but yeah, it can't be that great. You're wrong. Just go and read it. Listen to the audiobook. It was such a pleasure to read this book. Thank you all for watching. Tell me in comments what you thought of Alice Cooper's Color Purple, and yeah, have a nice weekend. Bye bye.